Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Static History. I'd like to thank Greg Polas for sending this in, and today's adventure takes us to central Canada, western Ontario, eastern Manitoba region, where the still existing Lake Winnipeg is, which you can see is about 400 kilometers or 200 miles long, a massive lake. But we also have the geological evidence of a very massive lake that used to exist there called Lake Agassiz. Now, the first thing this reminded me of was the 16th and 17th century maps that show the ancient lake of Théago up in that region. But this does seem to be more to the east of Lake Théago, to where the river valley runs through this map. If you look at this map, on the upper left side, it says Mar Glacial, and Mar was an old term for sea or ocean, so here they are indicating that this was a glacier or a glacial sea. You can also see, evidenced by this map, that apparently things looked much different to the first explorers. This map includes Buttons Bay and Baffin's Bay that is no longer there, and once again to the left you can see that they wrote in Mar Glacial. So this definitely leads one to ask the question, was glacial ice present in Canada when the first European explorers set foot there? Let's see what geologists have to say on the matter. The immense glacial lake Agassiz on the landscape of the upper sections of the plains was a lake that formed at the end of the last ice age some 8,000 to 14,000 years ago. Sure. However, a map of the territory by Warren Upham from the early 19th century shows the extent of the lake, and as mentioned by Larson, today Lake Agassiz is believed to have been even larger than what is represented on this map. Troy Larson, author of A Minnesota Beach Where There Is No Water, had this to say on the matter. Lake Agassiz was a massive body of fresh water in the middle of North America, larger than all of the Great Lakes combined. As the ice sheet retreated, ice dams held back the meltwater to create glacial Lake Agassiz. As the lake drained, sometimes slowly, other times in sudden catastrophic outflows, the lake shrank and changed, leaving behind a table-flat landscape with some of the richest farmland in the world, and even sandy beaches from its ever-shifting shoreline. To the geologically educated, the signs of Lake Agassiz are everywhere, but even to those like myself without a geologic eye, there are places where you can see the remains of this monster lake. Bill Redekop writes in his new book entitled Lake Agassiz, The Rise and Demise of the World's Greatest Lake, that for millennia the evidence of its existence remained hidden in plain sight, but slowly details of the landscape began to merge in the minds of people passing through the province. In his book he states, "Now I have two landscapes, the one that I see and the one that I imagine that I know was there 10,000 years ago." My question is, was it really 10,000 years ago? Well, there you have it, guys. The missing Lake Agassiz. Static history lesson of the day is maps of the 16th and 17th century show enormous lakes and even indicate the presence of glaciers in that time period. Geologists concur that there is in fact evidence that a huge lake once existed here that dwarfed the modern day Great Lakes, and that it drained sometimes slowly and other times in sudden catastrophic outflows. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, share with other like-minded people, Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and turn on the notifications if you want to know when the next videos drop. Thanks again to Greg Polas for sending this in. If anybody else has anything that you would like to see on here, shoot me an email at staticresearch@gmail.com. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Static out.